It's 5:30 and this is WKYT This Morning. A wild finish to the World Series. The Chicago Cubs are waking up champions, and they've been waiting a long time to say that. We're recapping the game just ahead.
An amazing story. Also ahead on WKYT, and here in Kentucky, a high school student is facing charges after bringing a gun to school. We'll have the details on that straight ahead.
And one of country music's biggest stars earns a major award. That story and your Kentucky forecast are all coming up on WKYT This Morning.
This is WKYT This Morning.
Also breaking news this half hour, we have a Lexington street closed. The details coming up on that very shortly. Good morning from WKYT. I'm Bill Bryant.
And I'm Andrea Walker. It is Thursday, November 3rd, and it's a busy day in our newsroom. One of the stories we're working on is about a burn ban in about 10 counties in Kentucky. So dry, but thankfully today we do have at least a chance of some rain.
Right. It's been an issue for a couple of weeks, and hopefully, Micah, that will be enough to at least, tamp this down some.
Yeah, I think it'll help out at least. I mean, we're going to get some rain outside, but it's just not going to be much. A few showers, a couple of rumbles of thunder. I would say, honestly, the best chance to actually pick up a pretty decent rainfall, 3/10 of an inch, 4/10 of an inch, maybe even half an inch, is down toward the southeast once you hit that mountainous area later on this afternoon off into the evening hours. That's your best bet. But as we go through the day, nothing going on this morning right now, but I do expect a rain chance there before noontime, at least for some of us central and northern zones. Once we hit the afternoon and the evening, that's when most of it shifts down toward the south and southeast, and that's where our main focus is located because of that brush fire. Now, how much is that going to help? We'll talk about that, and we'll also go over the much cooler air funneling in here for your Friday. We'll get into that in just a few minutes.
Okay, we'll see you in just a bit. WKYT News tracking a breaking news alert in Lexington. Inbound North Broadway is shut down because of a serious crash.
Yeah, that crash happened around 4:30 this morning near 5th Street. WKYT's Lauren Miner is live at the scene with the breaking details. Good morning, Lauren.
Hey guys, good morning. Well, I'm actually standing on North Broadway right now, and this is what police say happened. I'm actually going to step out of the way to give you guys a better idea. There was a car coming inbound, and as you can see, that utility pole, a woman driving that car going inbound actually hit the utility pole, hit a fire hydrant that is sitting right next to it, ended up driving across the intersection, going in between another utility pole and a fence. She drove through there, ended up coming up onto the sidewalk, flipping multiple times. You can see the car right there. Now, luckily, we're told the driver has non-life-threatening injuries at this point. She was taken to the hospital. We'll keep you updated on her condition throughout the morning. But right now we're told that they are going to have West 5th Street shut down on North Broadway up until 6th Street, rather. So if you're coming inbound to downtown, you're going to want to avoid that area. Now, they do say they're going to have southbound lanes open. So if you're coming from downtown, you should be okay. It's coming in downtown where you may run into that problem on 5th and 6th Street. Now, we're going to continue to stay out here this morning. We are waiting on the utility company to come out here and try to make the repairs that they need to make. They're hoping to get that done sometime early this morning. For now, reporting live in Lexington, Lauren Miner, WKYT.
All right, we'll keep everybody posted on that. Hopefully they can reopen the road at some point soon. Well, the long drought is over. The Chicago Cubs are waking up as World Series champions for the first time in 108 years.
Something no one has seen. Nobody alive, I don't think, has seen this. The Cubs defeated the Cleveland Indians 8-7 in a nail-biting Game 7 last night. Marley Hall has all the excitement from Cleveland, Ohio.
Here's the 0-1.
The historic World Series finale.
The Cubs win the World Series!
Followed an unprecedented 17-minute rain delay.
Zobrist, that's a base hit!
Series MVP Ben Zobrist gave the Cubs the lead over the Indians for good with this 10th inning double.
It's like a heavyweight fight, man. Blow for blow, everybody playing their heart out.
Teammate Miguel Montero helped secure the victory.
They've always blown it so many years before. This is just the greatest feeling in the world.
Fans were left on the edge of their seats at the bottom of the 8th when Cleveland outfielder Rajai Davis hit this game-tying home run.
This whole place erupted. It was an awesome moment.
In the end, the Cubs were victorious, rallying back from a 3-1 series deficit, finally ending decades of heartbreak.
Your family has been waiting 108 years for this.
This is tremendous. Still can't believe it.
Back in Chicago, celebrations immediately spilled from the bars to the streets as fans hailed the end of the curse of the Billy Goat.
There's nothing to do with the curses.
Cubs manager Joe Madden attributed the win to skill.
Superstition has nothing to do with what's happening today, nothing. And if you want to believe in that kind of stuff, it's going to hold you back for a long time.
With the drought now over, plans for an epic victory parade are underway. Marley Hall, CBS News, Cleveland, Ohio.
Congratulations to them, an exciting night. Well, the time now is 5:36. There are some Kentucky ties to the World Series champions. Series MVP Ben Zobrist is a former Lexington Legends player.
Yeah, that's fun to have that connection.
Yeah.
I guess the coach doesn't believe in the curse of the goat.
Plenty of people did, though, until last night, right?
All right. 5:36 now. 10 Kentucky counties, because of all these dry conditions, are now under burn bans.
The dry weather is fueling some brush fires in eastern and southern Kentucky. Our Michelle Chamberlain is at the WKYT Alert Desk this morning with the details.
Emergency management in Laurel County says wildfires in the county have become close to an everyday occurrence. It's one area where an outdoor burn ban has been issued. At least 10 Kentucky counties seen here on this map are under a burn ban. Firefighters are still working hard to put out brush fires, and the dry conditions are not helping. In these counties, a strict burn ban is in effect. All outdoor burning has been prohibited until there is significant rain. In Whitley County, there's been a large fire burning for days. Emergency management officials say the reason there are so many wildfires is because the area has not seen much rain, and they say it doesn't take a whole lot for a small fire to spread into something much bigger.
And people, they don't have bad intentions. They just make a bad decision that they will pick a day like today and decide to do some outdoor burning. And it can spread, get away from them. A little bit of wind can move it pretty fast.
EKB TV says crews with the Kentucky Division of Forestry and Shelby Valley Fire Department started a fire to try and help the situation there. They conducted a controlled burn in the area surrounding Parkview Nursing and Rehab Center near Shelby Valley High School. Officials say the building is not in any danger, and that's because the backset fire is protecting the nursing home by directing the fire away from the building. Bill?
Okay, there's a strategy there. Thank you very much. We appreciate it. The Fayette County coroner says the search for remains in the Kentucky River is likely over. Lexington police, firefighters, and the coroner all went back to the Valley View Ferry in that area yesterday. They were looking for more human remains. In the last few weeks, they have found remains and cars in the river. The Fayette County coroner, Gary Ginn, is calling the search successful. Divers did not find any more bones, but they did find more car parts. Ginn says he already has an idea of who the remains in the car belong to. He says everything they have found continues back to his theory and backs him up, but he is not saying much about it.
No, we'd rather wait rather than give false hope. But I will say, obviously that we've talked with Ford Motor Company, and so we think that it is a Ford. But other than that, we're not going to go any further.
Ginn says the next step is to go over the bones they have found. He'll be sending the bones off so they will be tested for DNA. He says he is not sure how long that process could take.
A Tates Creek High School student will head to court this morning after investigators say he brought a loaded gun to campus. They say a school law enforcement officer found the gun yesterday morning. Investigators say the officer, who knows the student, approached him after he left class and he was in an agitated state. They say the officer saw the gun's handle in the pocket of the student's hoodie. Police say he told them he didn't intend to hurt anyone at school. They say he claimed he had the gun because of issues in his neighborhood.
We are concerned about him as well because, whatever issues that he's dealing with, that he felt like he needed to have a weapon to get to school. I hope that will be addressed. He didn't make a good decision. But our students are we're very concerned for them, and we're very concerned for us.
The school did not identify the student, but the Fayette County Detention Center says school police arrested Lamar Sanford at Tates Creek. He's charged with carrying a concealed deadly weapon, resisting arrest, and unlawful possession of a weapon in a school.
A Lexington lawmaker has pre-filed a bill that he says will give both Lexington and Louisville the ability to regulate guns. Senator Reginald Thomas is calling it the Trinity Gay Bill in honor of the 15-year-old Lexington girl who died in a shooting last month. Senator Thomas, who represents Lexington, says he is tired of so many senseless shootings. He says Lexington and Louisville need the ability to pass their own gun ordinances and restrictions.
I want to remove that prohibition and give cities Louisville and Lexington the ability to deal with any kind of regulation, restrictions, misuse or abuse of handguns.
Lexington Mayor Jim Gray's spokesperson released a statement saying they were unaware that the bill had been pre-filed. They say the bill would need to be evaluated before they would take a position on it. The bill would be discussed when lawmakers reconvene in Frankfort in January.
Well, this week marks 1 year since a Richmond police officer died after being shot in the line of duty. Police say Officer Daniel Ellis was shot while investigating a robbery on November 4th of 2015. He died 2 days later. Richmond police say at 10:36 tomorrow morning, they'll hold a moment of silence in front of the police department. That marks the exact anniversary of when Officer Ellis was shot. Police have asked the community to join them for a moment of silence. New on WKYT this morning, Danville police are looking for a suspect who they say attempted to rob a gas station at gunpoint. It happened just after 10 o'clock last night at the BP Triangle Mart at the interchange of South 4th Street and South 3rd Street in Danville. Police say a man entered the store asking for cigarettes but didn't get them. He was asked to leave the store. That's when police say he pulled out a gun on the employees and then ran off. Police say the suspect was wearing a blue jeans, a black hoodie sweatshirt, and a white baseball cap.
Happening today, a man accused of causing a Clark County crash that killed 2 women will be facing a judge. 84-year-old James Pelfrey was indicted on manslaughter and assault charges. In June, police say he crashed into 2 cars on the Winchester bypass. That crash killed 62-year-old Sarah Helfrich and 35-year-old Juanetta Mitchell.
It's 5:42 on your Thursday, and one longtime country music star is honored with a major award on country music's biggest night.
The great Dolly Parton received the Willie Nelson Lifetime Achievement Award. Lily Tomlin, who co-starred in the movie 9 to 5 with Dolly, presented her the award. She called Dolly an iconic artist in country music and said her music is pure and simple.
Of course, now for me to be receiving the Willie Nelson Award, this is an absolute high for me.
I love her.
Dolly.
I love her so much.
Other artists performed tributes to Dolly, singing her hits like Jolene and I Will Always Love You. A lot of reviews about that on Twitter. When I got up this morning, I was noticing,
right.
A lot of folks said that tribute was great, and Dolly seemed to enjoy it immensely.
She's just one of a kind.
70 years old she is, and still.
She looks so amazing.
It's incredible, concert after concert.
She's great.
5:43 the time now, and let's check traffic this morning, see what is happening, and we will look right now at the region, and we have no issues out there right now. It all looks good on I-75, I-64, the Bluegrass Parkway, and so forth.
All right, now let's fire up the Lexington and Fayette Urban County Government live drive camera. Right now we are looking at Man o' War and Richmond Road in Lexington. As you can see, things are pretty slow out there. Not much traffic going on, but of course that will pick up shortly, won't it?
Here in just a few, right? And there's a lot more news coming up for you. We're glad you're with us this morning. We have a lot more to tell you about on your Thursday.
And we're looking at some rain finally sliding into the forecast. It's back toward the west. It's heading our direction. I'm going to go over who's going to see it and who is not going to see the rain, and also look towards your weekend. Looks pretty good. I'll have that coming up next.
Now, your hour-by-hour forecast with meteorologist Micah Harris.
You know, we finally have some rain on the way. It's not going to be a lot, and some of us actually won't see the rain, but you know what? At least it's a rain chance, right? It's back toward the west. It's heading our direction. It's going to take a little bit of time. I would say that first bulk, kind of the first wave, if you will, slides on into the western zones around this area right through here, I would say, anywhere from about 9 a.m. to about noontime. That's the best bet as it slides on in. And then down south and southeast, this is where we really want it. We're in the 60s right now, some 50s sprinkled in here and there. Actually, a pretty nice feel. But you guys won't really experience a rain chance until we hit later on this afternoon and evening hours. So it's going to take some time to actually get to you guys. But there's that first bulk. This is what I was talking about. Around that 64 corridor, maybe even the Bluegrass Parkway and northbound. There is 1 p.m. So anytime, like I said, between 9 and about noontime is when it moves on in. And so once that passes on through, then watch this form to the north, and then it slowly glides to the south. And look down toward the south and southeast. Still nothing going on, and it's 5 p.m. So I do expect late in the afternoon off into the evening for this to slide southbound and start to affect you guys. Not just affect you guys, but I know a lot of you guys down south and southeast are tired of the smoke, tired of seeing those fires at night off into the brush and off into the mountains. So hopefully this rain will help. It's not going to hurt We'll put it that way, right? But it's not going to be a lot of rain, and we need a lot to kind of knock some of that stuff on out. But it's kind of hit and miss. Not everybody sees the rain today, but if you do, I'd say 1/4 of an inch and less, and that's really going to be the case. Friday, much cooler. We're sitting there upper 50s, lower 60s, and then we hit the weekend. Let's talk about your UK football forecast, because stadium's going to be jam-packed this weekend. I just know it. I mean, this could be the game that puts us over the top, puts us bowling, okay? This is a big game against UGA. Great day in store. We're in the low to mid 60s. But you got to remember, we've been in the 80s, so that might be a little bit cool to some. Kickoff temperature right around 55 degrees. Remember, kickoff is at 7:30, and that drive home will be 49, so you will want to take a coat along with you. Here's your 7-day forecast. And so 70 today, some stay in the 60s because of the rain, but it's, once again, kind of spotty out and about. It's not going to affect everybody, but if you do see it, it's going to be some light rain. In terms of adding up in the rainfall gauge, you could get a heavy downpour, don't get me wrong. Friday, much cooler. Friday night football is going to be very chilly, but guys, the weekend back near average, which we will take. We'll do all right with that. Yeah, it looks pretty good there for the weekend.
Okay, thank you, Micah. Time now is 5:49 on WKYT This Morning.
And coming up, you'll get a look at the stories making news at this hour.
We're going to check on traffic again, including that situation where we have a Lexington Street closed right now, and a lot more ahead. And it's so good to have you with us this morning on WKYT. Good morning. Welcome back into WKYT This Morning. 5:53 is our time, and it is your Thursday.
Let's take a look at some of the stories we're working on for you at this hour.
We have a lot going on early. We're tracking a breaking news alert in Lexington. Inbound North Broadway is shut down because of a serious crash. A car damaged a fire hydrant and a utility pole. This crash happened about 4:30 this morning near 5th Street. We do know that one person has non-life-threatening injuries but has been rushed off to the hospital. We'll bring you the latest details on this crash at the top of the hour here on WKYT This Morning.
An elderly Clark County man charged in a deadly crash will be arraigned today. 84-year-old James Pelfrey was indicted last month by a grand jury on manslaughter and assault charges. In June, police say he crashed into 2 cars on the Winchester bypass. The crash killed 62-year-old Sarah Helfrich and 35-year-old Juanita Mitchell.
And dry conditions are fueling some brush fires in parts of eastern and southern Kentucky. Outdoor burn bans have now been issued in at least 10 Kentucky counties. Laurel County is one of the counties with a strict ban burn right now in effect this morning. The emergency management director there tells us the ban will stay in effect until we get a good amount of rain.
Switching gears now, the Chicago Cubs have made history. They are waking up World Series champions for the first time in 108 years. I just thought about the guy who had it in his high school yearbook.
Yeah, right. Oh,
I forgot about him.
Now, I tweeted that this morning.
Yeah,
I saw
he
that.
got it right.
Yeah, he did. It's unbelievable. The Cubs defeated the Cleveland Indians 8-7 in a nail-biting Game 7 last night. The game stretched into a 10th inning following an unprecedented 17-minute rain delay. But the Cubs held on, and they are flying the W this morning. And you're right, that guy in 1993 wrote in his yearbook, the Cubs will win it all in 2016.
That's kind of weird.
What about that?
Pretty cool. Yeah. Well, with Election Day just 5 days away, Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump hold dueling rallies in the crucial state of North Carolina. In Arizona yesterday, Clinton painted a dire picture of Trump as president, while Trump spent the day in Florida hammering Clinton over the FBI's inquiry into her email server. Campaigning for Clinton in North Carolina, the president indirectly criticized FBI Director James Comey for the controversy. Well, if your teenager is always tired throughout the day, doctors have a reason for it. That tops your morning health headlines.
Doctors blame daytime sleepiness and a tendency to stay up late on teens being out of sync with school schedules. Researchers say this finding supports starting school later in the day to better match teens' natural body clock patterns.
I know, I would not have argued with that study back when I was in school.
You can't move the morning newscast, though, later.
Darn it! Darn it! Comes at the same time every day.
This wouldn't work out. Yeah, right. Yeah. So here we are, and our time right now is 5:55.
Let's get a check today on today's traffic trouble spots. Hopefully we don't have too many with live drive traffic.
Right, here's a look at the current travel times into Lexington, and they are good, about average. Everybody getting into town or out to those destinations quite well. But we do have a situation in Lexington we're watching right now.
That's on 5th Street, but right now we're looking at High and Broadway in downtown Lexington, courtesy of the Lexington Fayette Urban County Government live drive camera. Things running very smoothly there, but again, there is a crash on 5th Street that we want you to be aware of in case you're heading out the door right now.
Yeah, that's in the area of Broadway there. All right. Now, we do anticipate some rain today. Will it be enough enough to help with these forest fires and these situations we have out there?
Yeah, that is the question. Let's head on over to meteorologist Micah Harris for an answer.
I think a lot of us are hoping and praying that it actually is a good amount of rain down toward the southeast. I will say this, just looking at all these particular weather models, southeastern zones, now this is going to be later on in the day, don't expect it anytime soon, but later on into the afternoon, evening hours, and maybe even up into the nighttime hours for some of you guys, southeast will pick up, looks like it'll pick up the best chance at actually nice rain, some 3/10 of an inch, maybe 2.5 an inch. But most of us will be 1/4 of an inch or less. A couple of sprinkles this morning. Once we hit noontime, we'll have a few showers move on in. Best chance rain should be toward the afternoon. We'll go over that with the timing. If you're about to take off, have a great day. If not, stick with us.